for my Netflix subscription? And universal free Wi-Fi?
Maybe not, but you will get more new music discovery. Download the free radio.com app, favorite us, and listen to 107.7 The End anytime, anywhere. We're giving you the...
What's a hit? It's just been nonstop since then. Monica Raymond has had... Think you get things pandemic, and Monica Raymond...
Great fixer, your daddy in heaven. Well, notice it says here, she went into the wilderness by the springs on the way to Shur. And he said to Hagar, the angel did, Sarah's maidservant.
Right here at the PTB.
You have to remember here, I don't think the angel of the Lord didn't know that. I think the angel of the Lord knew where she came from and knew where she was going. But the question that God asked her was, do you know where you've come from? Do you know where you're going? I think that's a good question. I think it's a good question that a lot of us might pay to ask ourselves. Where am I going? On the way I am? Do you want another 10 years like you just had? Or would you like to see something new happen in your life? Do you know where you're from? Do you know where you're going? You know, sometimes we don't stop to think much about these things until we go through tough things. You know, the book of Proverbs, Solomon writes to king's kids. You're a king's kid if you're born again. He said, you're known by the company you keep. You're known by your friends. Sometimes we get a pretty good idea of where we've been with the friends that we have. And if you find yourself with people that are contrary to the Spirit of God, that believe the world revolves around them, that they're filled with themselves, they're following, the Bible says, the course of this world. The word in the New Testament, when it talks about the course of this world, it's the word weather vane. It means whichever way the wind's blowing is the way they'll go. Well, you see, the Bible says there's a way that seems right unto a man, but in the end there's destruction. And so if you're following the course of this world, the weather vane of this world, whichever way the wind's blowing, or your friends are, it's going to swoop you along with it and take you further and further from the place that I believe deep down in your heart you know you want to be in. So he asked the question, where have you come from? Where are you going? And so she says, I am fleeing from the presence of my mistress, Sarah. I'm fleeing. I'm running. You know,